So yeah, another day getting more adept at conventional thinking and living, despite complications and so on and so forth. And just yet another really laid back, easygoing, chilled out day. Taking it easy. Uh, around the flat. I didn't go out like I said in the last video, but I did. After doing the last video, I did take a break from doing it, and when I went back to it, I thought this has got to be one of the most boring vlogs I've ever seen. Certainly one of the most boring ones I've ever done. Uh, I thought, no, I've got to, up my game sort of thing and start figuring out better ways of doing things. Um, but then again, thinking about that vlog, it's like the life I lead is very slow paced. Um, it's not. It's not something that's suitable that would be um, uh, well equipped to be doing all this fast editing that you get on modern vlogs these days. But anyway, uh, yeah, I thought mulled that over. Yeah, these are getting boring, and so I thought, well, look over some vlogs on YouTube. I knew there wouldn't be on an initial search. You don't tend to get anything really, worth looking at, sort of thing. And that's the way it turned out to be. I'm sure these people are more capable than what they than the content they're knocking out. But anyway, the vlogs I saw weren't impressive. They were from a limited demographic, limited perspectives, inaccuracies all over the place, um, and just not very impressive. The lack of critical ability in these vlogs was breathtaking. Um, but like I say, I'm sure if people know how to select equipment and some of the equipment was over the top that I saw. Um, if people know how to research and select equipment, and so on and so forth, surely they're capable of producing content with at least a modicum of critical, you know, ability. Um, despite being on a variety of subjects, the different vlogs that I saw, they were all lacking. All of them, really limited. But I'm sure, like I say, these people are, and other people who'd be out there beyond this limited demographic and these limited perspectives, there would be people out there who could produce more compelling content. But anyway, maybe I'll delve into it further. Not sure. Um, but yeah, starting to branch out on the content I consume. Like I've branched out in other areas, and this is one of the things that's been so useful in developing further this conventional thinking and conventional living that I'm getting almost better by the day at. Uh, you know, um, it's sort of refreshing, even though the content I saw today on YouTube wasn't impressive. It was sort of useful for me to see that in a way. Um, as well as other things. So, YouTube video, you don't go into detail, do you? But anyway, not that there's much of interest. You just look at this stuff and think, well, that's not very impressive, or that's all right, or whatever. Um, but yeah, it's. I sort of wasted a bit of time looking at all the videos that I looked at today because they just weren't that impressive. Uh, anyway, uh, did some yoga late in the afternoon, and guided meditation was just really crap. Uh, but again, it's another example of surely these people who think deeply about spirituality would be able to come out. There's people out there who do think deeply about this stuff, comprehensively about this stuff, who could come out with better content. But I'm not seeing it. And this meditation I did this afternoon was just, it was just like, I was just sitting there doing sort of, doing my own thing and thinking, well, that's crap, and all the rest of it, as you do when you face content like that. But that's the way it is. Yeah, I'll just have to. There's one that I've mentioned before, a morning meditation that's quite good, that I quite like, that I'll probably do again, and maybe try out a few. Um, but on what I'm experiencing out there, what I'm listening to, and for example, just isn't that impressive. So I'm probably better served by doing the ones I do, which are really effective, and they haven't got that edge of desperation to them. They're just more leisurely, for example. So yeah, that's about it. Another day of taking it easy, leisurely, slow paced day. Spent it in the flat. Uh, Not getting too bored. I think that's a good thing. The thing about now no longer being on the main social media networks, apart from YouTube, which I only really use to at the moment to knock out my own videos on. Um, yeah, it's been something that needed to take place for a long time. And like I say, I've developed this sense of freedom off the back of it. And yeah, and this sense of contentment and satisfaction as well, that I've got to tap into more. Um, it is, it's more and more becoming a pretty satisfying experience. Uh, Developing this conventional way of thinking and living, um, that just cuts through the crap sort of thing. If that's the right way of putting it, I'm not sure. But yeah, I got to think. I did think of a film to watch earlier, but I can't remember which one it is now. But I'll just have to take the time. This is the nature of the complications I experience, but I will, and yeah, but yeah, quite interesting looking at some of this content that I see, and thinking, well, I'm sure people are capable of better than that. But I'm not seeing, like I say, not seeing it at the moment. But well, I suppose I'll just have to uh, give it a go, and if that doesn't work out, just chill around the flat, and it's just like the only two things I'm not really doing at the moment. Well, my mum's been dead for over 8 months now. She died over 8 months ago now. And it's that's sort of resolved. Uh, I'm not reading books because I'm finding them boring. Uh, and that was maybe one of the things that I did quite a lot. Read quite a few books, but I just find them boring, really boring. And I'm just better. I suppose I'm better at just chilling and taking it easy. Uh, you know. So yeah, that's what I'll do. So yeah, another well, another pretty boring video on a day that's so slow paced in terms of taking it easy. There isn't really much to say. There's obviously plenty of things before, and no real need to go over any of that again. Now I'm getting more and more into all that conventionality. The days are becoming, even with complications, ever more ordinary. When I go about in business, I'm still finding my way a bit, but doing the last time I went out, I did a lot better than what I'd done recently. So that's an encouraging sign. But yeah, one of those little, whatever you call them, which heralds. It doesn't herald spring. They shouldn't be around at this time of year. Let me look at him. I don't know, one of those little fly things that you get in summer and autumn, I think it is. Anyway, another anachronism, like the Fabulous Baker Boys, that was so dated I should have stopped watching it. But I saw it, it was something to do, something to watch. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to get back to thinking about what video to watch now, what film to watch now. And if it takes me a few days to figure out a film to watch, then it takes a few days.